Hey, I'm Patrick0 and this is my DMOC Goatcontroll deck profile. I played 2 tournaments online the last 2 weeks. The first one was the Premium World Championship Qualifier 55. I got second place. I made some small changes and played the last weekend the format Library Championship 32 and got to top 8. It was 8 rounds of Swiss. With top 16 cut. I got a match lose, match 3, for not reporting my wins. It was really annoying, but I still managed to get to top 16, and yeah, it was a really fun tournament. There was really nice matches, really nice mind games, and yeah, this is the deck profile. This is a Goatcontroll deck, but it's not a standard Goatcontroll deck. There's a lot of deck cards inside. It's really fun to play, but it's also hard to play. You can make a lot of mistakes. You can, sometimes when you have 15 cards to manage, you make small mistakes, and this makes the difference. So you have to play it right. You have to make good plays, no mistakes, and this deck will carry you. It's a really good deck. It's unexpected. You have to manage when you play control or play aggro. You will see this is a really nice deck. So this is the deck profile. It's my first deck profile, so sorry for the quality, but I hope you still enjoy. So we start with the boss monsters. We have 4 of them. Black Cluster Soldier, we all know him. It's one of the best cards, the best monster in the game. But for me, the real boss is Dark Magician of Chaos. When he enters the field, this deck goes crazy. You can make so nice combos. I mean, you know Reasoning Gate, you know some combos, but in this deck you can make different stuff. You can make, in a Reasoning Gate, you just want to OTK, but in this deck, you want to get card advantage, you want to get control over the board, over the game. It's different. It's not only a OTK card, so it's really nice and strong. So third card is Shinzo. A lot of people don't like him because he don't make plus. He's -1 when you tribute, but when your opponent sees you play Shinzo, he knows he's in trouble. This card is game changing. It wins games on his own. And the fourth card is Cyberchar. This card is so good. It's at 1, nobody's playing. I mean, when you resolve Cyberchar in this deck, you almost won the game, because there is 2 options. You make your OTK, or you get so much card advantage your opponent cannot do anything. So these are the boss monsters, and then we follow with the second char. It's Morphing Char. It's also a good card, but not as good as Cyberchar, because at the end of the resolving of a Morphing Char, you just have 5 cards in your hand. So I mean, you can get advantage of it, but not as much as from the Cyberchar. But he won me 1 or 2 games, and yeah, some people run into it, and yeah, you make plus. It's good. So we play Goatcontroll. So we play Triple Moth. It's level 1. It's light. It's one of the best flip monsters in the game. A lot of people just play 2 because they say it's always get knocked and stuff like this. But at the same time they play 2 upstarts, and upstart is only here to make your deck smaller, to get faster, to get the speed. And when they knock 3 Magician of Faith, your deck is smaller than before, than when you play 2. So some of the other light monsters, we play 1 DD Warrior Lady. So it's a beat stick, it's 1/5, it's a good search for Sangan when you have to go aggro. Then we play the 1 Magical Merchant. This card is also really good. We have 3 targets we want to mill. We have Dark Magician of Chaos, the Shinzo, and the Sinister. So when you hit one of them, it's already really good, and you also got a spell or a trap, so sometimes they're necessary. And then the last light monster is Summoner of Illusion. This card is so good in the Goatcontroll. I mean, you can tribute a goat, a token, to get a fusion monster. It's broken. And it's destroyed at the end of the turn, so that's the negative side. But when you play Find Skull Dragon, it stays on the field. A lot of people don't know this. After I resolved the Summon of Illusion, they ask me, hey, why you don't put the Find Skull Dragon in the grave? Yeah, because he's negating the destroying effect of the summoner. So there's a lot of combos with him. I will show you later some combos. You can make triple Find Skull Dragon without problems with the right place. And later you can use them for the metamorphosis to get a Balta or a Reaper or something like this. So then we have our dark monsters, really standard. We have the one breaker, Sangan, one of the best cards in the deck. I mean, I don't have to tell you how good Sangan is. It's a searcher. We can search our chars, we can search the summoner, the sinister, but we also play pre-mage and Call of the 100, so sometimes we get a lot of plus out of it. The only thing you have to be careful is Dark Magician of Chaos and Sangan, they are not the best friends, because in case you tribute your Sangan with DMOC, DMOC loses the timing, so you have to be careful with this. Tsukuyomi, Goatcontroll, standard, but in this deck, you will see later, we play some deck spell cards. Tsukuyomi is better than in a normal Goatcontroll deck. Then the water package, really standard. We have the tribe and the sinister. So that's for the monsters. Now we go to the spells. We only play 16 monsters. I think it's a good amount of monsters in a Goatcontroll, because we don't want too much monsters in our hand, because we also have the morphing jar. We want to make big plays sometimes. So yeah, when you have 4 monsters in your hand and you have only 1 normal summon, yeah, you can do nothing. So we play triple metamorphosis, really standard. It was always good. I think the metamorphosis pricked 1 time maybe, but it was always good. Double scapegoats. I think 2 is the perfect number. You don't need 3. 1 is not enough when you play triple metamorphosis. So 2 was perfect. They was always good. Then for speed, also for the DMOC, and we play triple moth. So we need a lot of spells. So double upstart, it's really good. You have, when you just have the upstart and the moth, I mean, it's like a Dekoichi. And yeah, it's speed. We played double knock, really standard. And then normally I wanted to play 3 of them, but I have to cut 1 card, so it was the Book of Moon. Book of Moon is so underrated. It's one of the best speed spells ever printed, you know. Back in the days, 2005, it was a rare card and it was 20 boxes. In Europe, I don't know how it's under other countries or something, or continents, but this Book of Moon is such a good card. You can protect your stuff, you can protect from Snatch Steal. When you have your DMOC outside with a pre-match and they want to destroy it with a breaker or Dust Another, you just book him, or you can protect you from a Mirror Force. You can recycle your flips, you can make double moth, you can make such nice plays with Book of Moon. Book of Moon is one of the best cards. It's, yeah, when you just play it as a defense card, it's a -1, but when you use it right, it's Book of Moon. I always want to have 1 Book of Moon when I make my big plays, so I'm safe from Snatch Steal, from a Mirror Force, or whatever. Book of Moon is so good. So then, classic 1 MST, 1 Heavy Storm, the 1 Snatch, and Pre-Mage for Shinzo, DMOC, Sangan, and the other stuff. And of course, we play Trinity, we play the Pot of Greed, the Graceful Charity, and Delinquent Duo. The normal decks like Chaos Turbo Warrior, I mean, they have them off, they can recycle the Trinity pieces, but we can, with Dark Magician of Chaos, you can play Pot of Greed 3 times in a turn when you have the combo. You can, when you resolve the DMOC with a Delinquent Duo, there was one game, he had 6 cards in the hand. After the turn, he had 0. And I had DMOC on the field, Book of Moon, and Goats plus Metamorphosis. He was just, yeah, it was over. So, and then I played the swords. A lot of people don't like the swords, but in this deck it's really good because sometimes, yeah, you don't draw the perfect cards and it gives you time. It gives you time to make your Moth Tsuku plays, your Summoner Tsuku plays. You protect after a big board, like you have Chins on the field, DMOC or BLS, and yeah, they have to waste the heavy or the MSD on the swords to get over it. And yeah, sometimes it's just a win to save your book or something. And yeah, swords, it was really good this tournament, or the last 2 tournaments. Last spell card is Dimension Fusion. This card is so broken. At the first tournament I didn't play it. I don't know. But at this tournament, this card is so good. You can make so nice plays. The only way to get Sinister out of the game is to banish it. Dimension Fusion says no. In this deck, you don't play the Dimension Fusion as a aggro card. You play it as a control card to get advantage over your opponent. I mean, when you have your Moths banished and you play the Dimension Fusion and then you play Tsuku, or you tribute them for the DMOC and take back a book and book your Moth, or you can make such different nice plays with this card. There's only one inside, but it was always on the right spot. It was maybe one time a death draw happens. I mean, also Delinquent Duo is a death draw when you throw it at the end of the game. You don't have the life points and no cards in the hand, but Dimension Fusion is really good. So I will show you later some nice plays with the Dimension Fusion. What you can make, control plays, not the OTK plays. We all know the OTK plays because Reasoning Gate is a thing. I played, I think, round 3 or 4 Reasoning Gate, and yeah, 2 times in a row I decked him out with the Chars and the Dimension Fusion. It was really nice. So, for trap cards, we play the Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, the Ring, and Call of the Hunted. So, really standard. You don't need more traps. We have the escapes, we have the books. Call of the Hunted, always good with Jinzo, Sangan, DMOC. Yeah, it's really good. So we go to the side and to the extra, and then I will show you some plays. So, side deck. I played a half smoked screen side with warriors. We have the one Don Saluk. It's, you know, nobody expect after boarding. Yeah, you play Goatcontroll. You played, yeah, a lot of flips. They boarded inside the mind controls and all the stuff. You know, no Sakus. Some of them boarding Sakus against the Thousand Eyes. But we played Shinzo, so most of them didn't board the Sakus because it's not good against Shinzo. But then, yeah, Don Saluk says hello. Blade Knight, Excelled Force, Swordsman level 2, and the Zombira. DD Warrior Lady already in the main. So this is the Warrior package, together with the 2 Rotas. I boarded them a lot of times against Chaos, Chaos Turbo, Chaos Control, also against Burn. It was really good, together with the Minecons. First game I play a really control style, and then sometimes I change it to like a warrior aggro. I mean, it's not too aggro, but it's still a Donsaluk and Exile Force level 2, nobody expected. Also the Zambira, I bought Zambira, Exiled Force, and 1 Rota against Warrior, because Exiled Force is always good against Warrior. The Zambira is good against Chaos, against defense Chaos Zorks or the Spies, and when he's just on the field and the Warrior can get over it, yeah, it's still really good. So this is the Warrior side smoke. Then I played 2 Sakos against aggro warrior attacks, also against Banderburn. Sako is always good, standard. And then I played 2 Mystic Vox. It's against Burn, and also the Swiss rounds of the 5-mod library was with timeout, so after 50 minutes every player has 2 turns, and after these 4 turns the player with more life points win the game. So when you are on minute 40 and you board for the 3rd game and you board the Vox inside, yeah, you have an advantage over it. I was never in the timeout, so I never used it, but yeah, you never know. And also against Burn, it's just too good. Also with the DMOC, you have walk in your grave, you get DMOC back, walk him to 8 Dimension Fusion, 800 plus, take another spell, another walk, you make 3/6. Yeah, it's nice. So, and at least we have the 2 Mobius. I bought them against Burn and Warrior. Against Warrior I take the DMOC out sometimes when they are too aggressive, so Mobius is sometimes better. And also Mobius won me a game against Burn. It was in the top 8. I had Jinzo in defense, Sinister set. He had level area B and the ring I didn't know. So I draw the Mobius, tribute the Sinister, shot his 2, so the ring and level, and the 2/4 was enough to win the game. So Mobius is always a good side card. So extra deck, yeah, I mean, best card, it's the 1000 Eyes. Gatling, there's often plays you play double Gatling in 1 turn with DMOC and double Metamorphosis. This one is sometimes really good when you have to make the less damage with the Summoner, with the Illusion, because there's only 2 ways to stop him. I mean, Terrental is also a thing, but it's Mirror Force and Scapegoats, otherwise this thing goes through. And yeah, it's really standard. Also, I mean, you can summon Master of Oz with the Summoner and Metamorphose him to make a real one. So it's also really good. A 4/2 Beast Stick for just to tribute 1 token. It's broken. And also the 3 Fine Scrolls, it's really good because they're staying, and it's a 2000er, they're negating flip effects and cannot be targeted from spells. So it's Snatch safe, it's Book of Moon safe, it's a really good card. So I will show you some combos now, just really quick. So, I mean, a lot of time I have 9 targets for knock in the deck. A lot of time stuff like this get knocked. It's happens all the time. Also the Sinister get knocked. These are cards nobody's playing, so when they get knocked, your opponent don't get the banish. So for some example, you get the Sinister banished and the Jars banished, and you have the Dimension Fusion. So it's the Sinister and maybe one of them, doesn't matter. Let's make this play, the Jar, it get banished, and your opponent thought already, oh, I got rid of the char, so I'm safe. No, you're not. You can make a play like Zuko, bring the char back alive. He already used one knock, so there's just one, or maybe he used already two of them. So you bring your char back alive, or you just use them for tribute, for a DMOC or for a Jinzo. Get the Sinister back alive, get the DMOC back alive. You can make double plays with Metamorphosis. It's also really nice. When you have your DMOC in your grave and you get him back with Call or Pre-Match, then you Metamorphose him, bring him back with Dimension Fusion, get back the Metamorphosis or Bot or whatever. It's, yeah, you can just make crazy plays with this deck. Nobody expects you use the Dimension Fusion to get just Sinister and Cyberchar back, but with the Tsukuyomi, you know, it's really good and the Sinister is still alive. So, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next tournament.